The ENFJ is known far and wide for lowering the defenses of her prey. While this is typically effective, the ENFJ sometimes forgets to prey on MBTI types her own size. Here, the ENFJ has chosen to try her time-tested techniques on a nearby ENTJ. But the ENTJ is an apex predator, quick to strike, and she is not likely to fall for this technique. Instead, the ENTJ will, with a vicious snarl, seize the initiative and wound the ENFJ, a reality that the ENFJ finds difficult to accept. Fortunately, the ENFJ has a trick up her sleeve that has proved a flawless tactic in rapidly calming ENTJs. The ENFJ has, once again, diffused a conflict situation. In the living room, an ISTP lies down for a quick nap, tired from a long day of work. It isn't long before the household ESFJ, having sensed another body in the house, saunters into the room in the hopes of some small talk. The ISTP, sensing a presence, makes no effort to open her eyes or sit up. The ESFJ throws out a question to test the waters. The ISTP, fully aware of what the ESFJ is trying to do, continues pretending to be asleep. Deflated, the ESFJ slowly walks away, but not before placing a snack on the table. Acutely aware of the delicious scent of popcorn, the ISTP mentally weighs up the pros and cons of blowing her guys to take the food. Quickly, she discerns that the popcorn is likely bait, and concludes that eating said popcorn would not be worth the inevitable small talk to which she would be subject as a result. The ESFJ, hidden nearby, watches closely until she hears another voice in the house that distracts her. The ISTP, known for her skilled sleight of hand, manages to snatch some popcorn at the speed of light, pocketing it for later. Deep within the furrows of some decrepit apartment downtown, an INTP engages in frivolous online chat with a charming stranger whom she has not yet realized is a robot. When she does inevitably realize, her likely approach will be to deep dive even further into an interaction with said robot as a scientific case study in order to improve the intelligence of her own robots. An INTJ next door has caught wind of the INTP's robot collection and is currently trying to hack into her security system so as to increase the size of her own robot army. INTJs are known for their long-term planning and keen visions for the future. If only this INTJ had used that vision when turning on the stove to cook her ramen. Unbeknownst to her, the packaging is currently on fire and in minutes will set off the smoke detectors, which will activate the robot's emergency relocation protocols, meaning that she will have to start all over again. In the kitchen, we see a strange phenomenon. The ESFP is moving about joyfully and irresponsibly, in what can only be assumed is a style of dance, yet there is no music. In all likelihood, this will attract a local ISTJ. Ah, there she is. ISTJs, with their keen nose for tomfoolery in areas that might make mess, stay relatively reserved until there is a threat of system disruption. Here, we see a clear miscommunication, as the ISTJ bluntly asks the ESFP to stop, and the ESFP responds, "Calm your farm," a common phrase from the early 2000s, which has since become outdated. Do not be fooled by her calm demeanour. The ISTJ is livid and will stay to monitor the ESFP's activities under the disguise of chilling out. Well guys, before we resume this highly valuable and scientifically informed video, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. I feel like in this super fast-paced environment, there's not a lot of emphasis put on the value of sitting with your thoughts and feelings and processing them, and not doing so can often lead to stress, burnout, and just a generally blurred sense of identity. BetterHelp offers professional, discreet online therapy to those looking for someone to talk to about literally anything that you might want to get off your chest. You can sign up via the app or the webpage, take a questionnaire that'll help you assess your specific needs for therapy, and then you get matched in under 48 hours with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and help you.
From there, you can schedule secure phone and video sessions. Plus, you can share unlimited messages at any time and everything remains completely confidential. There is a broad range of expertise on BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that will give you access to help that might not be available in your area. And if you don't click with your therapist, you can request a new therapist at no additional charge at any time. My therapist, Sharon, was instrumental in helping me coming to realize some important things about myself that were getting in the way of my ability to love myself and others properly. I've said it before, I'm such a fan of therapy. I cannot emphasize enough the value of having someone at the ready there to help you tackle those little daily pinpricks of life. So if you'd like to sign up for BetterHelp, that's BetterHelp, click on the link in my description and receive 10% off your first month today. And thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the very real and completely legitimate footage of the types in the wild.
Observe the Entp. Experts have spent centuries analysing this complex creature, for she has one particular behavioural trait that has stumped personality scientists for years. Note how in this moment, the Entp seems actively engaged in whatever conversation is around her. Now suddenly, the next moment, she stops, seemingly distracted by something, and becomes disengaged with her surroundings, seemingly in a trance of the most captivating nature. She will stay this way for hours, as if the people and the conversation had never existed. To this day, scientists ponder extensively over what layers of genius might be going on inside the head of the Entp. Here we see the telltale signs of a creature busily creating art. But what kind of creature? Ah, the Isfp in her natural habitat. But if we stay very quiet, we will be able to observe that this shy creature has company. A rare INFP has been attracted to the creative process and has come looking for inspiration. She knows she wants to create, but she always has trouble settling on exactly what to create and what medium to use. For the Isfp, art is pure joy, but for the INFP, things are inevitably complicated. But wait, it seems that their peace is about to be disturbed. What could have upset them? Ah, the dominant Estj, already riled up from having found popcorn on the couch, has got wind of the chaos and come to investigate. Fortunately, this is just the kind of challenge that the Estj enjoys. And minutes later, no trace of the former occupants remains. Good job, Estj. Another day of ruining fun. See the Estp... Oh, Mr. Active and agile, the Estp... This active species... The Estp... Right. Active and agile, the Estp is a creature who enjoys the sensory world and is always up for a challenge. Here we see an INFJ who, with her sensitive social antennae, has detected that the ESFJ really feels like a long, long chat. INFJs, though frequently seen chatting in the wild, are quiet, private creatures at heart. Unfortunately, they are also easily drawn into conversation they'd rather not be having. So this INFJ is hiding in a closet. Oh, but what have we here? Our INFJ seems to have been sharing an ISFJ's hiding place. The ISFJ's skills at hiding and camouflage are second to none, and their kindly nature often leads them to help similarly introverted creatures, such as INFJs or INTPs, to dive for cover when they feel threatened by overstimulating environments. Well done, ISFJ. However, it seems this INFJ will not be coming out anytime soon.
Motivated by their shared taste in hiding space, the ISFJ and the INFJ become the best of friends, and then maybe even end up dating and living happily ever after. Damn it. Why do all my attempts at nature documentaries always turn into fairy tales?
Are you narrating your life again?
Oh, no. I was just thinking, how cool would it be if we were all in a nature documentary? What animal would you be?
Maybe a bear?
I'd be a centaur.
Centaurs aren't real, or arguably animals.
They are in my nature documentary. And then I turn into a centaur and gallop off into the distance.
Are you narrating your life again?
Oh, no. I was just imagining what it would be like to narrate a nature documentary.
Then why were you turning into a centaur?
Because my dreams always end up in a centaur making an appearance.
And then we'd unpack why it's always a centaur that shows up in her daydreams. So you're speculating about a client of yours who has a tendency to imagine herself narrating different situations as if they're nature documentaries? Yeah. In my opinion, it's clearly indicative of something pathological that's going on. Darn it! Why did the ENFJ show up again in that one? Are you daydreaming again? Yeah, I mean, I'm always dreaming a little bit, but that one just ended up the same place that they all do. With a centaur. No? How did you know about the centaur? That's like 2 layers deep. You were sleep talking again last night. And also there's a centaur outside. What? Oh man, I'm in another ENFP's daydream, aren't I? How many times can I repeat this joke before it gets old?